Oh my gosh. I've been talking all this time and y'all ain't heard nothing. Well, you know what? I just said a lot. I just said a whole lot. Basically, what I was saying was, oh my gosh, I just said a lot. I just said a lot. So, what I was saying, oh my gosh, hold on. What I was saying was um, that I don't need, well, first of all, I said, shit, I didn't sit here and said a whole lot, and I don't even know, I can't even tell you where I started at. But basically, what I was saying was, like, I don't need no accountability. I don't need none of that. Like I said, you said, it was directed towards you and a couple of others who felt the same way you felt um about this damn walking challenge. Like I'm very much so grown. Okay. I know what I say. I know what comes out of my mouth. And I know what I follow through with and what I don't follow through with. But the thing of it is when obstacles come your way, you can't control. Like right now, I was saying I'm sitting in the apartment with no lights, no water. They done shut the lights off. They done shut the water off. It's hot in this apartment. It's hot outside. It is screeching outside. Then I was saying that I just checked today. I got 6 bottles of water to my name. With no money to go buy more water because the extra money that I had to carry me over to the end of the month was used this past weekend to buy DoorDash when I was stuck in the house and could not get out to go get groceries. So the thing of it is like I just need for people to learn how to read the room. Like it's not me not walking because I don't not want to walk. That heat outside is something dangerous. And I'm not like when I was saying that when I set these intentions for the beginning of the month, I definitely did not think this shit all the way through. I didn't. It was just something that popped in my head. It sounded good and I rolled with it. I did not plan accordingly for this at all. Because had I planned accordingly for it, on days like this, when it's scorching hot outside, I would have had a backup plan. But I did not plan accordingly for this. Like, I didn't. I didn't. Even when it comes down to my eating habits. Like I just said, okay, we're gonna do better with the eating, this, that, and the third. But I didn't plan accordingly for that. And that's my fault. That's my fault. But it's just like I'm sitting in an apartment with no lights, no water, didn't get no sleep last night, again, because of Bob. Like, I got bigger fish to fry right now. I'm not, because I'm in between staying in these apartments and breaking this damn lease. I mean, at least it is a roof over my head, but it's like all of this stuff that I'm having to deal with at once is like a domino effect. It's just one thing happened after the next, after the next, after the next. The last thing I'm worried about right now is walking. Because for one, my water is not on. If I go outside and walk in the heat, and then two, another thing that I'm worried about is my nose bleeds. Like, I cannot get a certain temperature. Otherwise, I will come in this house and start having nosebleeds. Back to back to back to back to back. When I was planning for the month, I didn't think all of this through. I just went with it. It sounded good, and that was that. Didn't even think shit through like I should have. That's my fault. I was unprepared. Very unprepared. Didn't have a solution A, B, C, or D. I just had a solution A. And solution A is failing. Because it's hot outside. And I understand me being committed to myself, but I'm not gonna be stupid about it and go outside and walk knowing it's hot as hell and then gotta come in the house and deal with nosebleeds because I'm trying to prove a point to the fucking internet. I'm not doing that. I did not think this through. Point blank, period. My fuck up. My fault. It's not that I don't want to see it through. Yes, I want to see it through. But it's like, okay, do I push myself and I go out there and I walk and then I come in and I deal with the nosebleeds? And then it's like, like I said, I don't have but 6 bottles of water to my name. The extra money that was supposed to carry me through the rest of the month, I ended up having to use it for DoorDash. Like, so the thing be, you know, when people make these comments, they don't think, well, let me ask the person, what's the reason why they're not walking? Or let me see what's going on before I just jump to conclusions and say this, that, and the third, not knowing what's going on. Because guess what? If I really didn't want to walk no more, I would just get on here and say, y'all, walking challenge canceled. I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel about it. It's canceled. Period, point blank. If I did not want to do it. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just, it's hot. Then the apartment complex then cut my lights off. They didn't cut my water off. Like, I got 6 bottles of water to my name because the extra money that I had to carry me through the month, I didn't have to use it on DoorDash because the transportation company this weekend was backed up on rides. Couldn't get to the grocery store. Didn't have no groceries in here, so I had to order DoorDash. But I don't feel like I should have even had to come on here, which I didn't, but it was an influx of comments like, oh, she just get on here to talk just to be talking. Somebody left me that in a comment. Somebody left another comment, why start a challenge and not finish it? Don't be part of the problem. And this is not to you, Miss Riz. This to the motherfuckers that I know ain't have no good intention behind what they said. Don't come on my channel being part of the problem when you ain't gonna be part of the motherfucking solution. Okay? I'm normal over here. I live a normal life. Now, and that's the thing too. I could have got on here and lied to y'all. I could have got on here and said, yeah, y'all. I could have got on here tomorrow saying, yeah, y'all, we on day, what's tomorrow's date? The 15th? We on day 15, knowing damn well I didn't walk day 10, 11, 12, or 13, or 14. Just get on here lying. But I get on here and I'm transparent. Y'all wouldn't know if how many days I missed and didn't miss because I stopped the lives at day 8. But that's my fault. Again, I did not plan accordingly for this. Now I know, like Key, before you come creating videos and saying this, that, and the third, baby, you got to think this shit through, all the way through. You can't just say you want to do this, that, and the third and not think it through. I mean, it ain't even crossed my mind one bit that the temperature was going to change. Knowing I live in Texas, knowing we got this dry ass heat that is just hot. It's so hot. And then y'all see how I sweat. It don't take nothing for me to start sweating. And these nosebleeds, once I get a certain temperature, be crazy. I mean, they just be coming back to back to back to back to back. So y'all gotta consider that when y'all making these comments about this, that, and the third. You know, it's not that I don't want to see it through. I just got a lot going on right now. This walking challenge is the last of my worries. I'm sitting in a house right now with no lights, no water, no running water, and 6 bottles of damn drinking water. Whew. I don't know. I have not mastered being calm during chaos. I have not. I have not even mastered the fact of when everything is going wrong. Like when one thing go wrong, I can, keep my calmness. But when it's another thing after another thing after another thing, I can't take too much before I get frustrated and just go off the high end. Like that's something I really need to work on, because like I know it's gonna get better. It's just in that moment, it's just frustrating because I pay rent to live here, y'all. I didn't like Bob has been interrupting my sleep. I've been going back and forth with management. They ain't doing nothing about it for real. I'm trying not to be that tenant to take stuff to the news station and report the company, the apartment property. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's too much for one person. And y'all know this is my first apartment for real. So I just be stressed the hell out. Don't know what to do. Like now, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. It's 5:37. I'm sitting in an apartment with no lights, no water. Now, I didn't pay my bills. The lights and the water bill is included in the rent. And tell me why I'm sitting in a apartment with no air, no lights, no water, nothing. Y'all see, and y'all know how that goes. Y'all already know how that goes anyway. Anytime you trying to do something good, the devil gonna come plop his little fat nasty behind right in the middle of what you got going on to throw you off your track because he is a hater. He is a hater. He just come causing. Now this is stuff I can't, like I can't, I sat and I'm like, okay, cause y'all, before I go off the deep end for real, I just be like, okay, Key, like for real, how can you make the situation better? Because when like getting frustrated and going off, it really don't help the situation. It really don't. It really don't. But it's like, what I'm supposed to do? These folks done cut the lights off, the water off. The whole entire apartment complex is without lights and water. Like, y'all think it's cool to just take folks' rent and not have they stuff working? And see, somebody was like, Key, be careful because you don't want them treating you no any type of way. Baby, at this point, I'm trying not to be that person, but at this point, I'm finna have to be that person because I don't care. At the end of the day, y'all are taking our money, whether it be Social Security, whether it be working money, and it's even worse if it's Social Security because you know they only give you a set amount to work with for the month. Be for real. I get much amount of money, and y'all got the nerve for my lights and water to not be working. Y'all done took half of my damn check, over half, and you got the audacity for the lights and the water to not be working. Man. And the thing about it is, it's a lot of elderly people that stay here. You got people who got breathing problems, man. People need their air. They need the water. Like, be for real. When I tell y'all, I would be lying. I would be lying if I sat on this camera and told y'all that God is showing me, he shows me so much on a daily basis. And if it's anything, although I am very grateful, because what I prayed, my prayer for a long time was for God to just give me my own, so that I didn't have to depend on nobody, so that I didn't have to hear the words, if you don't like it, pack your and get out. You can get out my house. This my house. I asked God for a long time to remove me away so that I didn't have to hear words like that. But when I prayed, I was not specific. I didn't say, hey, God, put me in a place where I won't have to stress. Put me in a place where the lights and the water work 24/7. Put me in a place where I have a quiet neighbor. No, I didn't say none of that. So God answered my prayer. He gave me exactly what I asked for, and I can't even be mad. I just know how to move going forward. I know, like, baby, yeah, when I prayed to God, I didn't learn to be real specific. When I say real specific, I mean, sometimes I be praying for stuff, and I be praying like, God, let this chicken be crispy, over easy. Let the grease be fresh. Let them use Crisco instead of Great Value. Let them use, I ain't playing. Please let them wash their hands with not just soap, but antibacterial soap. You got to be specific when you praying. I hope so. And I hope it passed quickly. I hope it passed quickly, because this is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with at once. It is. So, like I told y'all in the live earlier, I'm really trying to just hold off and stay here because honestly, financially, this is the best spot for me. But I will not stay here and be a tenant and be frustrated and be irritated. I'm not going to do it. I will start emailing and taking this to the news station and doing XYZ and ZYX before I sit in this apartment and get on here to YouTube complaining to y'all every day about something these apartments ain't doing. I'm not finna do it. They playing with the wrong one. I done been nice long enough. Even when it comes to Bob, if they decide they can't evict him, then that's fine. We finna take it up a notch. We finna take it up a notch. All the way. Because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. They playing with the wrong one. I get in here, I try to be nice. Even my mama was like, don't go over there starting all that mess with them folks. No, it's like at the end of the day, this is what I pay for. I don't care what nobody say. Don't go over there and start nothing. Because at the end of the day, when you pay for something, you want exactly what you pay for. I pay for rent, lights, and water, so I expect shelter, lights, and water. Like, they cut the water off today and didn't even give no memo. We didn't get no memo about the lights, nothing. All I know is I went to go run the water. The cold water was off. The hot water was on. Then all of a sudden, all the water just shut off. Then I'm sitting in here and then the lights went bloop. I said, what the hell? And I thought I was tripping. So I went, flipped the light switch, nothing. No lights, nothing. We can't do this. We cannot. We cannot. Now, what I will say is, I do have some money that's supposed to hit my account. I'm not sure if it's supposed to hit today or tomorrow. But if it hit today or tomorrow and I'm able to get some more drinking water, it's supposed to hit soon. Y'all, and the thing is, I have some cash on me, but my transportation company, y'all, this transportation company been tripping big time. If I can just get to Walmart to get the water, like I said, had I known that when I went to Walmart Monday, when was that? Monday. Yeah, Monday. I would have grabbed some water, but I didn't realize I was that low on water. I don't know how I didn't realize that when I drink about 8 bottles of water. I just went on a scavenger hunt the other day around my house, throwing all these empty water bottles away. But yeah, so if I can give me some extra water, and if these lights and water come back on, okay, I don't know if we can walk a whole hour now, because it's hot again. And I ain't trying to deal with no nosebleeds. Then we can get back in rotation and maybe not do an hour, but maybe cut it in half and just do 30 minutes. Because I do want to walk. I do. But like I said, it's just the heat that I'm scared of and dealing with the nosebleeds. Them nosebleeds be something dangerous. Like you could just be sitting there and all of a sudden pillowcase full of blood, just messed up, just yeah. So, give me a minute to get things situated. I'ma try to at least, because I don't want it to be too many days that I miss. Like I said, we already done missed 5 days. So give me a minute. Let me see what I can do. I might have to borrow some drinking water from my mama. And when I say borrow, I'm being funny. I might just have to tell her, like, hey, give my cousin some bottles of water and let him bring it over here so I can hey James. Y'all make sure as y'all come in, y'all hit the like button. Yeah, no, like I said, I'ma still do it. It's just like last night I didn't get no sleep. Bob did not let me get no sleep at all again. So that be another thing. Like I just be tired of all these days of me being up and not resting properly. Like, I be scared to go out in the sun without getting no sleep. Like, last thing I want to do is pass out on the ground somewhere. So, yeah, they gonna have to do something about all of this, because the little groceries that I did get from Walmart, I'm hoping that they don't melt because they in the freezer. I feel like as long as I don't open and close the freezer, I should be good. Um, and yeah, yeah. So y'all just remember, you don't never know what somebody going through. You don't never know. And for me, I'ma keep it real with y'all. If, like I said, if it was just the fact that I didn't want to walk, I would just get on here and say it. I'm not walking no more. But that's not the case. It is literally scorching outside. Like, that's so crazy. It was just in the 60s last week. Like, Houston be doing too much. It ain't even summertime yet, for real. And that heat will have you somewhere foaming at the side, on the sides of your mouth. Just hot. And that's why I know for sure, if I drink, like, if I'm able to down like 4 bottles of water, like last week on my walks, I was able to down 4 bottles of water just from me walking with the breeze. But now that it's hot, I for sure need drinking water here, because, yeah, I'm going to for sure need more than 6 bottles of drinking water. Because I'm finna go drink a bottle now. And then it's only 5 o'clock. I'm sure I'm going to have another bottle before I go to bed. That's down to what, 4 bottles? So, yeah, you got to be prepared. That's my fault. I did not think this through. But, of course, if we fail in May, oh, y'all, we can do it in June, but I'm going to have to get a gym membership. I'm going to have to get a gym membership. I will not be in this heat trying to work out. No, 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 no. I'm going to have to get a gym membership for sure. Because it's different when you working out and you sweating, but you in the AC versus when you outside. So, yeah. Y'all. Oh, Lord. Life. It's just, being an adult is crazy work. But I gotta master this. I'ma get it down. I'ma get it down. Y'all gotta realize I'm only in my 30s. Okay. Hopefully by the time I'm 40, you know what? I'm gonna make that a prayer. By the time I'm 40, I wanna be able to master 40, or really before 40. I wanna be able to master being calm in the chaos. Anybody got that down pat? And when I mean chaos, I mean like, if this is happening, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening, let's say 6 things is happening. Anybody know how to stay calm while all of that is going on? Or does it depend on what it is? Like, I need to learn how to master that. Cause, baby, when too much stuff start happening, your girl shuts all the way down. I get frustrated, and I just be like, again, I try, like, I'm like, okay, well, with this, when the water went off, I was like, okay, all right, it's just the water. But then the lights cut off. Then you got Bob right here yelling through the wall. Like, man, this is too much. This is too much. And I don't even stay in no ghetto apartments, y'all. I do not live in the hood. These are not Um, well, yeah, I guess they would be considered income-based apartments, but they're not in the hood. Like, they're not ghetto apartments at all. I don't even understand why we having this many issues for real. Like, be for real. Be for real. So, I don't know, y'all. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully everything just play out like it needs to play out and I can stay here until the end of my lease. I don't know if y'all, I don't even know who in here watching besides Miss Riss and James, but I know last year I talked about how I was approved for my daddy benefits. So, which is basically more money than what I'm getting now. So, they definitely did tell me that it was gonna take up to a year to get cleared to receive his benefits. But I definitely need to call and check on that because, baby, when you have a little more dinero, you can move a little different. Okay, so yeah, I need to call and see what's the status of that. So next year I don't have to be dealing with this, or like when things like this happen, you know, like the transportation company acting funny, I could just book me a Lyft ride, Uber, and go wherever I need to go. The lights, the water off, I could just go pay for me a hotel room. You know, something that just make life a little bit easier to deal with. Like things that's in place to make life a little bit easier to deal with. Because, girl, please. So, yeah. So, that's my little vent session. I'm about to call down here to this office to see what the heck is going on with these lights and this water because, yeah, I just don't know. So, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Again, I don't know when we're gonna start back walking, but hopefully it's soon and very soon. That song just came in my head. I ain't gonna sing it. But yeah. Hopefully they get this stuff situated because it's hot outside and it is very much so hot in this apartment. Um yeah, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Okay? I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.